What's going on, guys? It's Red Tanker, and welcome back to Korea 625 War. This is Operation Killer, Turn 2 for the combined Allied forces at this time. All right, things are looking pretty desperate around Seoul as the massive North Korean army begins its final push against the South. All right. South Korea with 30 paid off the 3 damage to their factory and bought 9 infantry. They're non-combat. Let's see here. Let's see here. They're non-combat. I think what we'll do. I don't think there's much we really can do. Um, yeah. So the South Koreans are going to stay, and the other 9 infantry will deploy into the fortress of Seoul. So we'll have to see how this all goes. Or rats. Okay, and then at the end of the turn, South Korea collects 30. Over to the U.S. with 50. They are buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 tank destroyers, and a tactical fighter. We have the 29th RCT of the 29th Regimental Combat Team of the 25th Infantry Division, the full weight of the 1st Cavalry Division. So we have the 5th Cavalry, the 7th Cavalry, and the 8th Cavalry Regiments, and the 38th Infantry Regiment from the 2nd Infantry Division will be joining the fight. And then over to the UN. Wait, actually, I think the UN is supposed to. Did I screw this up again? I think the UN technically goes before. Yeah, the UN goes before the US. So the US actually goes last. So I screwed that up last video too. And so then the UN with 20, bought 4 infantry and 2 artillery. We have the Middlesex Regiment, the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, the Royal Australians, the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light, the 16th New Zealand Field Artillery, and another New Zealand Artillery Regiment. Okay, so I guess fixing it up. All right, going with the UN first. There's not much. Let's see here. Yeah, even with their Air Force, there's not a whole lot to try and do. I mean, I'd love to try for um, a strategic bombing strike, but just 2 AAA guns. I just feel like it's too much of a risk, but I think we have to go for it. At least give it a shot. If we can break through and do some damage to the South North Koreans, that'll help. So I think we're going to try it. We are going to send our 2 fighters as well. So 2 fighters and a strategic bomber are going to try. For the North Koreans, you know what? North Korea will scramble. There are 3 fighters, so there will be an air battle. So first, we have the AAA against the 2 fighters at 2. Okay, miss. And then at the bomber, and we lost the bomber. So that is disappointing. But now I believe we still have to at least fight the 1 round of. We'll have to fight the 1 round of air combat, though, because there still was a scramble. So let's see here. So it's all prop planes. So the United Nations will hit at 3, and the North Koreans will hit at 2. So I'll just use the same dice. All right, so we have 2 UN fighters at 3. No hits, right? Yeah, no hits. And then 2 North Korean fighters, or then we have the 3 North Korean fighters at 2. And there's one hit. So this was not a good day for the UN Air Forces. Oh, wait. Well, this wouldn't have happened anyways, I think, because 1 second. Fighters can only go 6, so they wouldn't have even... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, those fighters wouldn't have made it anyways, so... Alright, so hold on. The UN will get that fighter back, but they'll still lose the bomber anyways, because the bomber was lost, so that fighter does come back. So I just wasted all that time for nothing. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so no more combat for the UN, so the UN forces will land. I think we'll land the UN forces here in Gwangju, and then we'll bring their next round of reinforcements. Oh, no. Okay. And then we'll bring their next round of reinforcements up onto the build queue. And at the end of the turn, yeah. Okay, then as always, at the end of the turn, they will collect 20. All right, so over to the U.S. The U.S. will have no combat as well because they can't get their fighters up to Pyongyang, and I am not risking a bomber on that run whatsoever. So what we will do is we will push... I'll push these forces of the 24th Division to the north. Along with this artillery. They'll get 2 supply. The forces here will head for Wigwang. Oh, whoops. I forgot to do something as the South Koreans. Drop him here, go 1. Oh, he'll just stay there. Then the Americans will move there. They'll use their transports to get all of this off of Tsushima and onto the 8th Army card. So the Allies just had an influx of supplies here in Busan. And then, let's see, the Navy will stay. What we will do is we'll send the 2 fighters from Busan to Sangju to also act to help in the defense of the territory there. We'll leave that AAA there. And then, okay, then I think we'll deploy. So, okay, we got these guys deploying there. This tank destroyer. And then air reinforcements for them. And then bring these guys up onto the build queue. And then the US will collect 50 IPC. All right, well, that is going to be it for the Allies. Oh, what am I doing here? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the end of turn 2, IPC-wise, the Communists are now winning with 32 to 26. And we will now move on to turn 3, October and November 1950. So that is going to be it for now, guys. And we will see you for the next turn. So until then, guys, as always, take care.